Welcome to Evolve, where faith meets rhythm and life finds its full expression. I'm Olufunmilayo Oloyede. Thank God, at last we're doing this. And thank God for the gift of men, the gift of Yinka, the young man behind the camera, who made sure we start somehow. So you're welcome on board this first episode. And I want to tell you that you are in for an exciting moment that you will never recover from. For good, for good. And in today's episode, we're going to discuss how to manage through uncertainty. How to manage through uncertainties. And like we all know, uncertainty refers to situations, circumstances that are unclear. You know, things that get you, it's as if your mind is suspended, as if you have a brain fog. You can't think further. You can't even think of a way out because of the sudden occurrence that happens around your life. And this can cause a lot of anxiety. It can cause a lot of fear and most especially discomfort. And what are the common causes of uncertainty? It could be change or transition. Maybe you relocate to a new environment, or you take up a new job, or you take up a new project, or you're meeting somebody new, or you change house. Sometimes that can give you a kind of uncertain moment. And you know, when you find yourself in such certain moments, how do you navigate? How can you manage through such situations? How can you manage through such situations? And I will be sharing with you practical steps that I have imbibed over the years in this journey called life that has helped me a great deal. And one of it is acknowledge and accept your emotions. Sometimes you feel like crying. Yes, it's okay to cry. You know, we used to hear narratives like, no, you're a strong woman. Don't let that tears drop. You are a strong man. Men don't cry. I beg to differ. It is okay for you to acknowledge your emotions. It is okay for you to accept your emotions. You feel like crying. You are angry. You're upset. You want to yell. You want to scream. You want to shout. Yes, it is okay for you to acknowledge it. Because what you're doing to yourself is to accept what is going on. It doesn't mean that that is who you are. What you've just done to yourself is to accept that occurrence and not live in denial. Then the next thing, you need to gather information and resources. Gather enough information. I am so big on solution, on finding solution. When there is a challenge, I do not have that patience to sit back and be brooding on challenges. Sometimes when I find myself among some folks and maybe something occurred that is not palatable, and they will keep discussing. I realize that almost immediately I have brain fog. I'm not able to think through. And you know, some people who have not had opportunity to have a close shot with me, maybe they've not had opportunity for us to execute project together. They say, you think she's impatient. No, it's because when you keep discussing negative, you keep brooding over it. You know, you are not presenting yourself for solution. So you gather enough information as much as possible. The next thing, focus on what you can control. Focus on what you can control. And part of the things I tell myself, what you say during uncertain moments matters. The same thing what you say when you are idle, or maybe when you are angry. Some people, they are angry and they are like, whew. Then maybe at the end of the day, the person they are talking to, by the time the adrenaline has come down to normal, and they are wondering, did I make that statement? No, I didn't make it. And the next thing, I was angry. No. Focus on what you can control. Be mindful of what you say with your mouth at such an uncertain moment. Now the next thing, develop a growth mindset. Build yourself around people who are ready to spur you up, the people who are ready to encourage you, people who are ready to say, yes, we agree that this is a situation. We're not going to judge you. They will speak positive words to you. Be mindful of such people. And that takes me to seeking support. Every human being needs support. You need to build a support system, either with your family, with your friends, either with your neighbors, with your colleagues, your community, the church you attend, or the tribe you belong to. I am very big in community. I tell people, locate your tribe. Once you locate your tribe, stick with your tribe. Because what tribe does is that they help you to stay stronger at such a time, at uncertain moments. Rather, they help you to stay together. Then the next thing I want to share with you is to practice mindfulness and self-care. Practice mindfulness and self-care. I am emphasizing this because I remember when I had a kind of midlife crisis. They call it midlife crisis. I never knew there was anything like midlife crisis. And I found myself in an uncertain moment. And I remember one of the trainings I did then, and my coach gave me some questions to fill. And while filling those questionnaires, and I realized that the self-care was 0. The mindfulness was minus 0. Hey! And by the time I was done with the question, I said, Fumi, Charlie, humble yourself. You need to take care of yourself. People like us, we tend to want to go out for people. You want to be there for people. But in the bid of doing it, look out for yourself. Self-care is very, very, very important for you to navigate through uncertainties. Then reframe the uncertainty as an opportunity for growth. Do not see it as a negative thing. Yes, life happens. You have no control about how life happens, but you have every control. You have control over the way you react or respond to whatever it is that happens around you. Take small steps towards your goal. Cultivate a positive and hopeful attitude. And one of the things I am big on is gratitude. What gratitude does is that it gives you lens to see the positive aspect of what is going on around you. You're able to think through, you're able to appreciate the little steps that you take. Yes, you made mistake. Yes, every man makes mistakes. You are not the first person to make mistake, and you won't be the last person to make the mistake. But when you have the attitude of being appreciative of both the mistakes, the errors, the good things that you do, you're able to be objective about the situation. You're able to have this lens to really see that you're making progress. You're able to appreciate yourself even in the mess. Till I come your way next time, I remain Olufunmilayo Oloyede. Bye.